Hello, my name is Tony, and I'm inviting you, the viewer, to join me on a journey of discovery where we uncover the truth about employment law and answer your questions. Are you ready? What do you mean, what am I wearing? It's a tux.
Well, you normally wear a hoodie in the office.
I know, but you told me I was going to be the host of a TV show.
It's a bit formal.
I've got a... No, come on, it's a tux. All the best people wear tuxes. Look at James Corden. He wears a tux on his show. But look, we haven't got time now because I'm going to start recording. So we're just going to have to go with it for this one, okay? Just smile. Hi, I'm joined today by Alison Colley, solicitor and founder of Real Employment Law Advice, and she is going to be the one who is going to be answering your employment law question today. Hello, Alison.
Hi, Tony. Thanks very much for having me today.
That's not a problem. And today's question is a doozy of one, Alison. I'm going to have to say it's a real good one. And it's from Adam from Derby. And he's written in to say, I'm having some trouble at work, but my mate Dan down the pub has told me there's no point getting a solicitor. You might as well just Google it or use YouTube to find the answer. So my question to you today, Alison, is what is the point in instructing or speaking to a solicitor?
Okay, so that's a really good question from Adam. And of course, if you have an employment dispute or you have an employment tribunal claim, you don't actually have to have a solicitor. So that's the first thing to say. Don't feel that you need to have a solicitor helping you. You can do it yourself. But I like to think of it as if you're going to the garage with your car. If something happens on your car and your car breaks down, then you take it to a garage, you see a mechanic and they fix it for you. You could, of course, look it up yourself. You could, of course, look on YouTube and try and fix it. But ultimately, it's likely to take you more time, it's likely to be more stressful and probably more costly in the long run if you try to do it yourself.
Can I just stop you there, Alison? Cost. Everyone knows solicitors cost an arm and a leg. And I've been told that it costs about £80 just for a letter.
Okay, so it can seem fairly expensive if you haven't used a solicitor before, absolutely. But the reason for that is because you are getting a wealth of expertise. And particularly if you go to a specialist solicitor in employment law, then you know that you're going to have someone who knows how to do it quickly and as stress-free as possible. And the other thing about it is solicitors don't just suddenly land as a solicitor. You do have to do a lot of training. It involves going to university, getting a degree most of the time, doing a postgraduate qualification, then a couple of years of training, and then like lots of solicitors like myself have over 15 years experience of advising in it. So it might seem expensive, but actually you can quite often save yourself a lot of money and a lot of time in the long run.
And then how do people know how much it's going to cost though?
Well, fortunately, if you're dealing with a solicitor, they're regulated by the Solicitors Regulation Authority.
Yeah.
And they said a couple of years ago that we all have to put our costs on our website. So all solicitors who deal with employment matters have to put their costs online anyway. But if you go to someone like ourselves at Real Employment Law Advice, then we put all of our costs online. We're really transparent. And when you speak to a solicitor, you should just ask them, just say, how much is it going to cost me? Or if you want to put a budget on it, if you're on a budget, you can say, look, I don't want to spend any more than X amount to deal with this matter. So that's how you can really deal with it if you're concerned about costs.
And one last question I think I've got on behalf of Adam is, if he was to phone you today then, how much is it going to cost him?
So we don't charge for the initial call at all. And in fact, myself and my colleagues often have a couple of calls with people, to be honest, before we onboard them as our customers. So most solicitors will offer you an initial free call and they'll be able to give you some advice and pointers. And certainly we will give you some direction about the best way of dealing with it. And if we think that actually you haven't got a case or you don't need to deal with a solicitor or there's something you can do internally, then we'll tell you. We won't immediately charge you and try to get you to come on board as a customer.
Brilliant. Well, I think that's answered everything. So thank you for that. And Adam, hopefully that's answered your question today on employment law. The truth is out there. No. No. I quite like this one. but no. Just need to find the right one. That's it. That's the one. Alison, I think I've got it.